The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
Good morning and welcome to the Seminole Nation radio program. This is Edwin Marshall. I'm your host. Back with us this week is Mr. Bo Whitekiller, Director of Communications. Good to have you back, Bo.
Edwin, it's good to be back.
And also joining us, Mr. Joe Coon, always. You know, he's going to bring us the closing hymn today.
It's good to be back for me.
Tell you what, Easter's over, and I guess we're all full of boiled eggs and
Deviled eggs.
deviled eggs and Easter egg hunts and all that good stuff. And
on that note, Jerome Harrison from CHR program, they're going to be having their announce the final winners of who had the most eggs, which department had the most eggs.
That's right. They had their Easter egg hunt the other day.
So this Friday they're going to have their Indian taco dinner for those.
Also, speaking of past news, there was a grand opening yesterday. Did I?
Yeah. No, you were right on it. We were a part of, and I'm going to break all conspiracy theories out of the way. There's going to be a picture that's going to be posted on the story. Yours truly was in it, and I happened to be there, so that's what. When you see that in relation to
tell
everything,
us what it was.
It was actually the grand opening of the new aquaponics facility, which it was started some time back. I remember it was discussed during the council meetings that they were going to try this, but what aquaponics is, basically taken from the definition, it's where it grows fish and plants together. They're one integrated system.
Right.
Fish waste is used to make the plants grow.
Yeah.
I believe it was like 28 days for a head of lettuce.
Okay. Then after the
growing
growing season, we take all the kids down there, let them catch all the fish out of
there.
There
you go. Teach them how to noodle.
Hey, before we get too much into the news, let's do the church announcements. All right, this coming week on April the 28th, I believe it is, we've got several churches. April 28th, Agena Presbyterian Church out here north of Seminole, I believe it is. Alabama Baptist Church down near Weleeka. Alabama Quasarty Baptist Church over near between Weleeka and Wetumpka. And also Quasarty Baptist Church over near Cromwell. Also, Belvin Baptist in Okmulgee. Cedar Springs, that's way down by Gore, I believe it is. Cold Springs over near Kanawha. Hutchijubba over there near Henrietta. Little Coweta, is that near between Okmulgee and Shelter? I'm not sure. Many Springs over near Holdenville Lake. Okmulgee Baptist, of course, near Henrietta. Okmulgee. Okmulgee Baptist. Prairie Spring over near Okemah. Spring Baptist Church over near Sasakwa. Wilgofke near Hannah. West Eufaula over there by, of course, Eufaula. Wewokoji Methodist Church, that's over near Yeager. And Yardika Baptist Church, and that's over near Henrietta.
Salem.
Well, Salem, well, to be exact now.
Is that
It's hard for me to remember that Salem is their community. Yeah.
Is that near the MSW grounds?
Yes.
Right? Okay, yeah.
Right. It's on the same road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. And those are the churches that'll be meeting this week. So if you'd like to attend church, just any direction you want to go, we got church meeting going on, and some of those, in fact, will be probably mostly 4 Sunday meetings, probably a couple of 8 Sunday meetings mixed in there. So attend the church of your choice this week. Speaking of church, this coming week, starting tomorrow night, the big, long-awaited Agazumga Baptist Church Revival starts tomorrow night. First night will be Dennis Fish. He'll be speaking. That'll be senior adult night. And then the following night on Thursday, Jeff Harjo will be speaking, and that's going to be Older Youth Night. And then on Friday, John Factor will be speaking, and that will be Youth Night. And then on Saturday, Russell Daniels will be speaking, and that'll be Adult Night. And then, of course, it'll all culminate on Sunday with the pastor, Reverend Dan Factor, will be bringing the message on Sunday. And so if you want something to do this week, go on out to Azumga Baptist Church. That's at 400 South Wewoka.
Let me get this one, Edwin, real quick. Tonight is the meeting of the Ocheesee Band at 7 p.m. at the North Community Building, Miccosukee Mission. All Ocheesee Band members are encouraged to attend. Also today, the Seminole Nation Higher Ed will meet at Bowlegs. So if you're within the listening distance right now in Bowlegs at 12 noon, Seminole Nation High School seniors, they'll meet. Clara and Dee will be out there. And then this afternoon, they'll meet with the Varnum High School seniors at 1. So Varnum High School seniors, any Varnum in the house?
I came through that.
Boy, he didn't want to say nothing.
Delaney's in the background. It was about the lowest cheer I've ever heard.
Speaking of band meetings, Bo, April 22nd, Council House, the band chiefs met last night. And then April 23rd, today, of course, Ocheesee Band, as you mentioned. Then April the 25th at the North Community Building, Tallahassee Band will be meeting from 6 to 9. Also on the 25th at River Mist from 6 to 10, Fultz Band will be meeting. It's band meeting week. And then April 25th also at the Council House, 6 to 9 p.m., the Tuzzagaya Harjo Band will be meeting. Then April 27th, General Council meeting starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's it for this week. So those are your band meetings and your General Council meeting dates. All right, let's get back over to church news a little bit. On Monday, May the 6th, there will be a Muskogee Creek hymn singing, and this is basically a congregational singing, a time to come and join in, and just and if you'd like to learn, this would be a good time to go as well. For more information, you can contact Chuck Johnson at 405-380-6353, and of course, Wewoka Indian Baptist Church is Pastor Curtis Kinney. It's located at East 14th Street and Indian Road in Wewoka.
Give a quick shout out to Chuck. Chuck's doing some good things over there at that church. Chuck is also my assistant's dad, so shout out to Chuck Johnson.
Isn't he was like just recently ordained a deacon or something? Or?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think
Okay.
He's headed that way.
Hey, tell me a little bit about this, Bo. New concept coming up here.
Oh, we got 2 new things. This is from the SINDOC program. Let me go back a little bit backwards and talk about the aquaponics just a little bit, because this is all kind of rolls into them. Good things happening at SINDOC, your Seminole Nation Division of Commerce. Yesterday was the grand opening of the groundbreaking of the aquaponics facility. It's located at the old skating rink here in Seminole. It's just just west of the Seminole Housing Authority here in Seminole. So what that is going to be a facility that will provide fruits and vegetables. Hopefully in the future we'll get a farmer's market going, so Seminole Nation citizens can participate.
Fresh tomatoes year-round?
You bet. You bet. So more to follow on that. We just broke ground on it. You'll see some pictures coming soon in a short story. With that, SINDOC is also looking to do an online store. Help Us Pick a Name contest is going on right now.
Tell me about the online store first before we talk about the name.
Okay. Online store vendor. Here we go. Seminole Nation Division of Commerce is looking for tribal members that are interested in selling their handcrafted items on an online virtual store. The items to be included are jewelry, apparel, decor, artwork, holiday items, beadwork. So if you are interested as a vendor and would like more information on this program, please contact Molly Ely at Seminole Nation Division of Commerce with the email at mely@sindoc.com. Again, all this information will be posted on our website, social media, and stay tuned to the video version of this radio program. You'll get to see it.
And this thing's got to have a name, so...
I like you, Edwin. You're kind of professional at this.
You mean if I was making baskets, I could take it over there and sell it?
Now, we're not talking basketball baskets, if that's what you're talking about. But yes, if you're making baskets, you can bring it over and sell it and show people your talent. So with that, the Seminole Nation Division of Commerce is having a Help Us Pick a Name contest. The Seminole Nation Division of Commerce is pleased to announce a Seminole Nation contest to provide a name for an upcoming virtual online store that promotes the talents and wares of the Seminole Nation tribal members. The contest is sponsored by SINDOC and encourages members of the Seminole Nation to participate and submit a recommending name for the store. This is for the virtual online store.
Only for Seminole members.
Encourages members of Seminole Nation.
This contest is open exclusively to members of the Seminole Nation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. One that reflects the unique character and spirit of the people of the Seminole Nation. The deadline on this contest, individuals are encouraged to submit their entries online before the contest deadline of May 24th, 2019. The winning entry will be announced May 31st, 2019.
That's a great deal. It really is. And, another thing, too, like I said, this is open for Seminole tribal members only. You must be 18 years of age or older. The winner will release all rights and claims of Seminole Nation Division of Commerce. So you'll receive free vendor fees on their online store for 1 year.
That's good.
Yeah.
Everybody, you asked for it, and we heard it.
Spread the news.
All right. Coming up April 26th, we're announcing this for a while. Job Placement and Training is partnering with a food distribution program to present an opportunity to obtain a job skill to become a certified forklift driver. They originally was going to limit this to 15 or 20 people, but I was talking to Rex Haley the other day. He said there's been such a great outpouring of interest in this that they've decided to go ahead, and he said we can teach as many as will come in anyway. So if you're interested in getting your forklift certification, that's going to be Friday, April 26th. You can contact them, and let me see if I can read this number, 405-234-5288 or 234-5289. That's the Job Placement and Training Program. All right, Bo. Hey, we're getting close to summer. Look here.
We have the 2019 Summer Youth Diabetes Prevention Camp coming up. Mission is to educate local Native American youth about the prevention and management of diabetes. Participants will be provided with food and housing at this overnight camp located at East Central University campus in Ada, Oklahoma. Fitness, education, nutrition, and fun physical activities can and will be the camp's focus. Guest presenters will also cover other topics on nutrition, meal prep, and life coping skills. To attend the camp, you must be between the ages of 10 and 15. Native American, provide a CDIB or tribal enrollment card, and complete one-page essay on application in order to be considered for this prevention camp. Camp dates are June 25th through June 28th. Deadline for registration and fitness assessment is June 14th, so you got a little bit of time. First come, first serve. 32 positions are available. 16 boys and 16 girls. Fitness assessment required. Now, the registration packets can be picked up at the Chaffigny Wellness Center or printed from their webpage. So one thing that I want to put out with this is to make sure you get your doctor's signature on your enrollment form. Seems like that was one of the things. You got to have a time where the doctor signs off and says, hey, you're physically fit, you're ready to go to this camp, and that usually becomes a hang-up. So make sure that you take a look at the application, and it will definitely give you detailed instructions. And that's James Fife and the diabetes crew at East Central this summer.
Hey, if you're an adult and you're going to summer school and you need help paying for books, you can contact the WIOA program. I guess you pronounce it WIOA. They're helping to pay for books. You can get up to $300. You can contact them at the old bingo hall to pick up an application. You have to bring your proof of your college enrollment and a copy of your class schedule. Emma Wesley Harjo is the director, and you can reach her at 405-234-5252. That's the Seminole Nation Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. I saw that Emma posted this on Facebook for everybody to see, and someone wrote a response and said, yeah, books are $299 a piece. Good luck with that. And I thought to myself, well, then don't take it and pay the $300. I'll tell you what, that's a great help. Yeah. Hey, there's something overlooked last week. I think it's worth mentioning. Bo, tell us a little bit about this right here.
Okay. Well, Today we had a guest scheduled. There's some other things that came up, and we were going to talk about it. But one of the things that came up was the historic agreement that the Seminole Police Department signed with the Seminole Nation Light Horse, which officially cross-deputized and taken from the Seminole producer. We've got a lot of information from it, but it was a first-time event where the Seminole Nation officers and Seminole police officers were cross-deputized, meaning that the Seminole officers now have jurisdiction to go on tribal property, and light horse officers have jurisdiction to enter municipal property. Although the two law enforcement agencies have worked together in the past, there was no formal agreement, only requests for mutual aid, and it was made as needed. So I'd like to thank Ken Childress for that report, because it was a pretty good write-up. But Chief David Littlewin and Chief Hansen here had a good agreement, understanding with the town. A lot of folks were involved in it. You had Chief David Littlewin, Chief Chilcote, Mayor Jeff Griffin, City Manager Steve Saxon, and Police Chief David Hansen signing the agreement.
It's just city police, right?
Just city police. Yeah. Well, the county is located I believe it was cross-deputized in the county before they were doing that. So we were covered in all bases in all this.
Hey, guess what, Bo? Guess who's back with us this week? Jeremy Fultz. Jeremy was out last week, and so we had to stand in and do our video recording for our Facebook section or our Facebook posting for Seminole Nation News. But he's back this week, and we kind of missed him around here. He's doing a good job.
And because it's radio, Jeremy, give me a little bit about what you did. Tell a little bit about where you went and what you had a chance to do when you came home, or where you went.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to go with HPO, or Historic Preservation Officer Ted Isham, and Chabon Colonel to Tampa, Florida this last week.
Did you go down there and sing like Barry White?
I tried to. we got to explore a little bit of Ybor City, so I got my cigar smoke going on. And
learn how to cut that cigar.
Learn how to cut it.
Yeah.
Got yelled at the first time because I did it wrong.
I'll tell you what, that's a great opportunity, not only for you to help out with Ted, but also for you to learn and see what the background of the Seminole people prehistorically.
Yeah, it was interesting, and we learned a lot. Especially, there were some things obviously we can't go into great detail about because of some of the contracts that are in place. But we were downtown Tampa, and then we had the opportunity to go to Egmont Key Island, which is right off the coast of Tampa, and that was a disembarkation point for our people. So the island is probably about maybe a mile long, and probably now about a half a mile wide. So it's a pretty small island, but the military used that island to entice our warriors from fighting. So the military would round up our women and our children and ferry them to this island in hopes that the warriors would come out and give up, basically.
That's great. I had an opportunity one time to go with the tribe, the Seminole Nation, down to New Orleans. I think it's called Fort Pike. Is it Fort Pike? And where the Seminoles were held historically, were held during removal and held and bound in chains, all of them. And it's basically a army fort, I guess like a 1800s army fort right on the shores. And, but they used it for a prison and held our people there. And, that was a real moving experience just to have stood in a place where our people stood in chains. And so I can see how it might have affected you. But anyway, it's good to have you back, Jeremy. And speaking of Jeremy, it's time for highlights from the nation.
Istongo, this is Jeremy Fultz with highlights from the nation. Last week I may have not been on the radio, but was with Historic Preservation Officer Ted Isham and Cultural Advisor and Leader Chabon Colonel on a trip to Tampa, Florida. Here are some of Chabon's thoughts as we were wrapping up our visit with the National Park Service on Egmont Key Island.
When I come here and I talk, is that you go through my emotions and what my response is. And so when we first came onto the island, we're just looking here, and on both sides of Egmont Key, these are images that our ancestors of Seminole people, they would have saw that. Even to see that there's burial sites that we do know about, there's possibly burial sites that we may not know about here on this island. But even as we walked over there, next to some of the military burials that are marked and really taken care of, there's also a few remains of Seminole people. And for me, as a tribal member and a person who works with our communities, I'm always concerned when there's not a name there, when there's not a place or a location, or ultimately we would even want a tribal town associated with where we come from. But it just says young boy or young girl or something to that effect. That's what concerns me, because throughout history, our identity has been etched away from us. And what we're trying to do now is to put the pieces back to that identity and say, no, this is who I am. This is the community that I'm a part of. This is the band that I'm a part of. This is the clan that I'm a part of. And so, but I noticed that when they took us around this afternoon.
And as we were wrapping up the trip, I asked Jabon about the significance of our presence in the areas we visited this week.
This is one of the reasons why we have to go to NAGPRA meetings and meet with agencies, because they don't even realize the significance and the depth of our culture, our history, how long all of our collective societies have been on this continent, have been active, have been cosmopolitan cities. And so this is just one of the pieces that if we can start etching away at the way that we are talked about throughout history and into the contemporary, we can avoid some of these conflicts, some of these issues that we see rising up throughout society today.
And that is your highlights from the nation. Bado jigga jigga shjay.
But old Jeremy, good job. Good job. Hey, Bo, we got a meeting coming up on Thursday evening. We don't want to overlook this. Seminole Public Schools Title VI Indian Education Parent Advisory Committee and Federal Programs meeting. Man, is that a mouthful or what? It'll be held at Seminole Middle School Library, once again, Thursday, April 25th at 5 o'clock. All parents of Native American students that are interested in serving on the Seminole Advisory Committee or would like to express views on education issues are encouraged to attend. I highly encourage this, because throughout the year we have issues that arise sometime at the schools that we might have not thought of at this time of the year, but if you go now and let them know that you have an interest in the education of your children, not only the education, but the Indian programs aspect of the schools, then they're aware of you, so that as we go through the year, you'll have an opportunity to attend other parent advisory committee meetings, or maybe be on the actual board. So
it's very important that they, toward the end of the year here, that you take notice of some of these meetings, like you said, so that the Indian child is represented.
Sure.
And we have good representation. And parents, I highly encourage you to get out there and make a stand.
Mm-hmm. Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Department of Veterans Affairs. Attention veterans. The Veteran Service Representative Andrew Whitham will be on site at Seminole Nation Veterans Office at the North Community Building every Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And walk-ins are welcome. Appointments are helpful, but call ahead if possible. Make sure you bring your questions, your paperwork, your ID, and other veteran friends. That's Fridays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, you can contact Kay Galen, Greenwald Director. The office is 405-234-5242, and his cell number is 951-533-1407. Coming up on April the 27th, Seminole Nation BCR Commission is pleased to announce they'll be open the last Saturday of each month from 9 to 1 o'clock. I heard this is a pretty popular thing, by the way. People are getting an opportunity to come out and go to the BCR to get their car tags, either new ones or get those renewed. And they're open on the last Saturday of each month from 9 to 1. This is a 6-month trial that will go through the end of June. So if you need to get your car tag taken care of, the BCR Commission is located out at the Mission.
Well, that makes me want to just go buy me a new car so I can go down there.
You ought to.
You ought to. That, Joe. You do that. Hey, just kind of get back on the education. We got the Seminole Nation Higher Ed meeting tomorrow. Wednesday, they'll be meeting at Seminole High School at 9 a.m. in the morning. 9 a.m. Seminole Nation seniors, and at the Sassacua High School at 10:30 a.m. Sassacua High School at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, and New Lima High School at 2 p.m. in the afternoon tomorrow. Along with that, we have the Seminole Nation Adult and Higher Education. They meet every Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 12, and then from 1 to 4 on Monday and Wednesdays. That's Clara and Dee at the Higher Education Office.
Hey, while I'm at it, I want to give a big shout out to our friends down at the Sinclair station in Seminole. They listen to us every Thursday faithfully. They shut down all the other music and radio and listen to Seminole Nation radio program. Oklahoma Indian Legal Services will be providing free wills and estate planning clinic at the OAP, the Older Americans Building, Friday, May the 17th. You got a month notice here. So if you need some free wills and estate planning assistance from Oklahoma Indian Legal Services, that'll be Friday, May 17th from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. For more information, you can call Norma Barnes at 405-943-6457, extension 116.
I'm going to leave you my Converse All-Stars, Bo.
I'm going to give him to Delaney because he only got one pair of shoes.
He got mismatched shoes. You better give him to Delaney. He mowing grass in different kind of shoes. All right, OAP. Let's talk about the OAP a minute. Got some stuff coming up. Of course, they had their Easter egg hunt on the 18th. The birthday lunch is set for the last Monday of the month, which is the 29th. Also want to remind homebound participants, if you're not home or not going to be home, please call before 9:30 a.m. so they won't have to make a trip, wasting valuable gas. Lunches are served every day from 11:30 to 12:30, and Monday through Thursday. That's Monday through Thursday. Then on Fridays, breakfast is served from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Friday only. Speaking of which, they're closed today because they're going to a food fair. So don't waste your gas going to the OAP today because they're not going to be there.
Food fair. Joe, what kind of rides they got at a food fair?
Yeah, Indian taco that you can sit on, I guess. I don't know.
Tomorrow they got goulash with salad, vanilla pudding, and pineapple. Then on Thursday they got beef stew with cheese stick, crackers, and chocolate cake. And then on Friday, everybody, boy, it's popular Friday because they have breakfast in the morning at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. Scrambled eggs, bacon, gravy and biscuits, cereal, and milk. Man, I'll tell you what, I love to eat at the OAP. Got to remind you also at the OAP, April birthdays are celebrated the last Monday the 29th.
Yep, so to go to OAP, sign up, and you'll be at the end of the month birthday celebration.
Yes, let them know.
Wynn down there has got a good program where they're starting. Actually, it's the first month they're doing this. So
yeah,
just sign up at OAP.
Let them know when your birthday is, and they'll celebrate your birthday. Hey, Bo, here's another popular event that's become popular over the last few years. Tell us about it.
The 10th Annual Native American Convocation is located at the Holdenville Creek Indian Community Center in Holdenville, Sunday, April 28th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Keynote speaker is Lucinda Myers. Everyone is welcome, celebrating our graduating Native American seniors and sponsored by the Council of Holdenville American Indian Alumni.
My cousin.
Formerly known as Lucinda Escamire.
Yeah, my cousin.
Yeah. She's really distinguished herself. One of the Holdenville graduates. She works up in Oklahoma City. Real nice lady. Hey, getting close to wrapping it up here. Let me tell you one more time about the 2019 Seneca Indian School Annual Reunion. That'll be June the 7th and 8th, 2019. It's at the Wyandotte Cultural Center at the old Seneca Indian School campus. A lot of activities coming up there. And April 25th, 26th, and 27th, next week. Nope. This weekend, right?
I'm leaving tomorrow for that.
All right. Gathering of Nations Powwow, 36th Annual World Celebration. I can't read all that fine print,
but there, Edwin.
Yeah, just know that April 25th, 26th, and 27th is the Gathering of Nations.
Your Seminole Nation royalty will be represented Thursday night at the Miss Indian World competition. We also have Seminole Tribe of Florida's Cheyenne Kippenberger, who's a great fan of ours here on the radio station. She listens to us and watches us on our Facebook, Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. But she's going to be one of the contestants for Miss Indian World, and so hopefully we're going down to support her, and then we'll be there to tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow night. Be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so representing the Seminole Nation in New Mexico.
All right. You got your war dance outfit
I
ready?
got my gore dance.
Yeah,
Taking that.
gore
yeah.
dance, all right.
Taking my gore dance
All
stuff.
right.
So.
Hey, listen. Took us a whole show to do it, but we got all our announcements in. Guess what it's time for? It's time for Joe Coon and our closing hymn.
Estaman istomin Volatskes amimikos apatskin anyu Jimmy mikos abatis mikos abal kitoyatskat Mo meis komagi istaman istomin volatskes amimikos apatskin anyu Jimmy mikos abatis
Mojo.
Jeremy, I think my hard drive just crashed.
You should call Chris at Premier Technical Solutions.
Who's Chris?
Chris, his phone number is 405-303-2298. He works on Mac, PC, and Linux.
I'll give him a call right now.
Call Chris today, 405-303-2298.